impedance. Intrinsic impedance. Okay, what is intrinsic impedance? It is like impedance of the free space. Okay, impedance of the free space, the ratio of the electric field to the magnetic field. It is the ratio of electric field to the magnetic field. Okay, in free space, as you are standing at some place, at that particular point, what is the electric field? At that point, what is the magnetic field? You just take the ratio, then you will get intrinsic impedance. Say, for example, intrinsic impedance is generally E divided by H. Again, you know what is the impedance value? Impedance unit is always ohm. Impedance unit is always ohm. Then just verified whether it is correct or not. You know that electric field means volt per meter, and magnetic field means ampere per meter. Okay, that is ampere per meter. Ampere means current. Then voltage divided by current is voltage divided by current is really ohms. Voltage divided by current is really ohms. Okay, so எப்படி வந்து உங்களுக்கு வோல்டேஜ் டு கரண்ட் ரேஷியோ எடுத்தா வோல்டேஜ் டு கரண்ட் ரேஷியோ எடுத்தா எப்படி ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் வருதோ அது போல ஃப்ரீ ஸ்பேஸ்ல எலக்ட்ரிக் ஃபீல்டுக்கும் மேக்னெட்டிக் ஃபீல்டுக்கும் ரேஷியோ இ பை ஹெச் எடுத்தீங்கன்னா அது வந்து என்னது இம்பிடன்ஸ். அதுதான் வந்து என்னது இம்பிடன்ஸ், இன்ட்ரென்சிக் impedance. Okay, intrinsic impedance. Okay, now in our case we have assumed the em wave is propagating in the plus z direction. Okay, plus z direction. So for example, if this is the direction of the wave propagation, say positive z direction, then it is very clear that in that direction there will not be any component. Okay, so Ez is 0 and Hz is 0, and also the component present in either in x direction or y direction or in any of the direction of the xy plane. Okay, the component, electric and magnetic component, may be present in a plane, in xy plane, in any direction. Okay, so but that particular component will not vary with respect to x, will not vary with respect to y. That's why dou by dou x is always 0. Dou by dou x is always 0, and similarly dou by dou y is always 0. Okay, dou by dou is always 0. Then finally we have concluded, in our case we have assumed that electric field is in x direction, then magnetic field is in y direction, and then really the direction of propagation is plus z direction. Direction of propagation is plus z direction. So okay, so so in our case, then what is the intrinsic impedance? In our case, the intrinsic impedance eta is equal to the electric field component, because electric field is present only in ex axis, x direction, that is ex. Okay, then our magnetic field is present only in y direction. That's why ex divided by hy. Okay, ex divided by hy. Okay, this is the idea. Then finally your direction of propagation will be in a positive z direction. Then is there any other way to get the same impedance? Yes, one more way is also there, that like if your electric field is present in the minus y direction, if your electric field is present in the minus y direction, then if your magnetic field is present in the x direction, if your magnetic field is present in the x direction, then also you will get the direction of propagation in the positive z direction. Okay, yesterday itself I have told, suppose this is our axis. Okay, this is our axis. Okay, and this is x y z. Okay, x y z. Then what they are telling, the electric field is in the minus ey direction. Okay, this is minus ey direction. So electric field is in this direction, minus ey, and very clearly this is your hx direction. Then you apply the right hand rule. Okay, you come from minus ey to hx with you take your right hand. Okay, you come from e to hx. Okay, then finally the direction of propagation is uh, plus z direction. Is it correct? Something, I think some inconsistency is there here. Something is wrong. Is it okay? Oh, yeah. That wrong one is, uh, see, HX has to be here. And that's why, because it is not following the right hand rule. Okay. So, okay. So, yes. Okay, so this is my the direction of electric field. This is my direction of magnetic field. Then you take your right hand, then you apply the right hand rule. You curl your fingers. Okay, then your fingers will come from minus EY to HX. Okay, with your right hand. Then really your thumb will denote the direction of Z. So what they are telling is, so this is not the only way. This is not the only way. So the wave propagation nature can be like this also. Electric field may be in a minus y direction and magnetic field may be in a plus x direction. Then also you will get the direction of propagation along the z axis, because always you have to follow the right hand rule. That is the idea. Always you have to follow the right hand rule. Okay, so uh, so then what is the intrinsic impedance value eta? Okay, in general, eta value, okay, it is always is equal to mu divided by epsilon. Okay, it depends on what? It depends on, because electric field creates the magnetic field and magnetic field creates the electric field, then there should be some relation. Okay, the relation for that free space is eta is equal to square root of mu by epsilon. Okay, ultimately that impedance is decided by the medium properties. Okay, impedance is decided by the medium properties. Okay, for free space, you know that mu is equal to mu naught. Okay, mu is equal to mu naught and epsilon is equal to epsilon naught. So then for free space, what is the impedance? Mu naught divided by epsilon naught. Once if you substitute these values, then you will get 120 pi or 377 ohm. Finally, you will get 120 pi or 377 ohm. So always this is the intrinsic impedance of the free space. This is the intrinsic impedance of the free space. Okay, so in future, intrinsic impedance of free space, in future, if you know the what is the usage of this one, say for example, eta is equal to, we have concluded, say for example the magnitude, it will also have some angle. Just I'm taking the magnitude. If eta is equal to magnitude of E divided by H, then it is really equal to 377 ohm. Then in future, if you have magnetic field magnitude, then easily you can calculate what's our electric field magnitude, or in other way also you can calculate. Once if you have uh, uh, once if you have electric field magnitude, then you can easily calculate the magnetic field magnitude. This is the application of this one. So once if you have free space impedance 377 ohm, once if you know the electric field, you can calculate the magnitude of the magnetic field, or otherwise once if you have a magnetic field, you can calculate the magnitude of the electric field. That is the idea of this one. Okay, so next we'll proceed. So again, we have taken our electric field in general. Okay, in general our electric field can be in okay, I'll write in the next page. In general, the electric field can be anywhere on the xy plane. So E is equal to Ex, Ax and Ey, Ay. Similarly, the magnetic field can be anywhere on the xy plane. So this is Hx, Ax and Hy, Ay. Then what is E dot H? Yesterday we have seen what is E dot H. Okay, E dot H is Ex. Okay, Ex Hx, then Ey, Hy. Okay, just now what is the relation we had? This is our relation. Eta is equal to, if at all electric field is only in the x direction, then Ex divided by Hy, or otherwise minus Ey divided by Hx. Just now we have seen. So what is the idea here? So Ex can be replaced by eta into Hy. Okay, Ex can be replaced by eta into Hy, then Hx. Okay, then already Hy is there. Then how can you replace the Ey? Ey can be replaced by minus eta into Hx. Okay, minus eta into Hx. Okay, so finally the answer is 0. Okay, very clearly I am putting here positive. Okay, sometime the impedance, see what happens in this case. Once if you take the ratio of Ey Hx, then really you will get minus 377 ohm. but that is not true, because always your impedance will be like a positive quantity. Okay, so that means what, your magnetic field direction may vary according to that. Okay, so please remember always, in general, impedance is a positive quantity. Okay, positive quantity. Impedance is a positive. That's why I'm writing like this. Otherwise, in the some book they used to write like this. Okay, instead of this way, they used to like minus eta is equal to ey divided by hx. They used to write in this way. So because the impedance cannot be negative, please. Actually, you may think uh, once if this is like this, ey divided by hx, then and this is not negative always. Please, according to that, this value, positive and negative value will change. Finally you will get what, sir? Finally you will get positive value only. Okay, just because minus is there, you will not get minus answer finally. Okay, so finally you will get a positive quantity only. Okay, you should be very clear about that. So, and we have proved that the dot product of two vectors are zero. Then what is the idea here? Definitely they should be, once the dot product of two vector is zero, then it is very clear the electric field and the magnetic field is always perpendicular to each other. Once the dot product is zero, then what is the meaning of that one? The electric field and the magnetic field is really the perpendicular to each other, really perpendicular to each other. Okay, then okay, so electric field and magnetic field is always perpendicular to each other. Now I want to compute what is the relation between the electric field and the direction of propagation. What is the relation? Say this one we have concluded, E dot dh is equal to 0, means electric field and magnetic field is always perpendicular to each other. Next I want to analyze what is the direction of the electric field, and what is the relation with respect to the direction of propagation. Az is the direction of propagation. Okay, so again my E, once if you take once this is your E vector, okay, Ex plus Ey. Once if you make dot product with Az cap, really you will get 0, because this is not having any component in Z direction. Okay, really you will have 0. But what is the meaning? Once if the dot product of two vector is 0, really the two vectors are always perpendicular to each other. Two vectors are always perpendicular to each other. Then what is the meaning? Really your electric field is always perpendicular to what direction? Z cap direction. Really your electric field is always perpendicular to Z cap direction. Then what is the magnetic field relation? Okay, once if I take the magnetic field H, okay, this is my magnetic field. My magnetic field anywhere on the XY plane, then you make dot product with Z cap, Az cap, because Az cap is the direction of propagation. This is really 0, because here there is no component of Z. Once if we make dot product with Az cap, that is really 0. Then finally your magnetic field also perpendicular to the direction of the propagation. Your magnetic field also perpendicular to the direction of propagation. That's why yesterday we have seen electric field and magnetic field always perpendicular to each other. Okay, and individually they are perpendicular to the direction of propagation. Then finally electric field and magnetic field and direction of propagation are always orthogonal to each other, are always orthogonal to each other. So what is the conclusion? Yesterday also we have seen this one. Okay, so electric field and magnetic field and direction of propagation, direction direction of direction of propagation are always orthogonal to each other, are always orthogonal to each other. Orthogonal means perpendicular to each other, orthogonal to each other. Okay, yesterday we have seen this, orthogonal to each other. Okay, now so far we have analyzed the direction of wave propagation is only in a Z direction. Now I'm going to analyze if the wave propagation is in a different direction. Okay, let it be in X direction or let it be in Y direction. Then what happens to these parameters that I'm going to analyze now? Okay, so next our analysis is uh, okay. So suppose if my first we'll analyze the regular case. Okay, we'll analyze the regular case. The regular case is we assume that wave propagation is only in a positive Z direction. If wave propagation is only in positive Z direction, then Ez is 0, then Hz is 0, Ez is 0, Hz is 0. Then what is dou by dou x? Dou by dou x is always 0. Then dou by dou y is also always 0. Then just now we have seen Ex divided by Hy is equal to eta, or otherwise minus Ey divided by Hx, minus Ey divided by Hx. Then suppose if the case arises, if my wave is really going in the opposite way. So for example, if my wave is going in the minus z direction, say for example, in if my wave is going in which direction, sir? Minus z direction, then what happens to this parameter? Okay, definitely Ez will be 0, because in that particular component, in the particular direction, there will not be any component. Hz is 0. Okay, and this is also okay. Dou by dou x is 0, and dou by dou y also 0. Okay, now what is eta? Now what is eta? Okay, so for this, first you write this one. First of all, electric field, then magnetic field, then direction of propagation. So, or otherwise the direction of propagation can be written as p vector. Okay, once if you make cross product of E cross H, then you will get p. Okay, so this is the idea. Or otherwise if you make H cross E, then you will get minus p. Okay, minus p. Okay, so now uh, what is eta? What is eta actually? Anybody? Yes, how can I get the negative z direction? You just apply the right hand rule. That is the only way. Okay, so here in the side I will write. Say for example, this is the system we have assumed. Okay, this is x, and this is y, and then this is z. But really, I want to go in opposite direction. Once if I want to go in opposite direction, really my where I have to come from? My electric field Ex has to come from where? Okay, once if you apply the right hand rule, once if you apply the right hand rule, okay, this is your Ex, okay, this is your Hy. Okay, once if you apply the right hand rule, really you will be going in a z direction, but you want to go in a opposite direction. You want to go in a opposite direction. So you can take any one of the field component as negative. You can take any one of the field component as negative. Okay, either Ex or Hy, any one of the field component, you have to take it as a negative, or otherwise this can also be written as minus eta. So because once if you come from Ex to Hy, you will really go in a z direction, but you want to go in opposite direction. Once if you want to go in opposite direction, then you will get minus theta. So this is equal to Ex divided by Hy. Or otherwise, what is another way? This minus you take here, you make any one of the component as a negative. Then you apply the right hand rule. Really, you will go in a minus z direction. Really, you will go in a minus z direction. Say for example, instead of writing in this way, you can also write in this way. There is nothing wrong. Minus Ex divided by Hy. Then what is the meaning? Your electric field is going in this direction. Okay, if the electric field goes in this direction, then you apply the right hand rule. Very clearly you want to go from minus Ex to Hy, then really you are going in a minus z direction. Really you are going in a minus z direction. So you can apply minus here also, or here also you can apply. There is nothing wrong here. Okay, so okay, both are okay. So next, or what you can write, or what you can write, or otherwise, once if this is the case, this can also be reversed. If y component comes up, you put some minus extra, minus Ey, then in the denominator Hx. Okay, how can you modify this one? This can also be written as, okay, this can also be written as Ey divided by Hx, Ey divided by Hx. Okay, so what is the idea here? Ey divided by Hx. You take electric field component in the y direction and magnetic field component in the x direction. Say for example, um, okay, this is the again in our case this is x and this is y and this is z. Okay, so where is Ey? This is Ey. Okay, this is Ey, and this is Hx. Okay, this is Hx. Okay, then what happens once if you go from electric field to magnetic field? Okay, that electric field, you always has to go from electric field to magnetic field. Okay, once if you are going from electric field to magnetic field, uh, once if you apply the right hand rule, what is happening? Ey to Hx. Is it following the right hand rule? In the formula satisfy, yes. when you are going from Ey to Hx, what happens? Okay, when you are really going from Ey to Hx, really you are, once if you do it with the right hand, your right hand, very clearly your thumb will denote in the minus z direction. That is the idea, because I want to really go in a minus z direction. Okay, so whatever the direction, let it be plus z or minus z, you should be able to write your impedance value. Okay, you should be able to write your impedance value. Okay, so that is the simple idea. So I will extend this to other direction also. Okay, other direction also. Say for example, if you are going in a plus y direction, your wave may go in a uh, plus y direction also. Okay, a wave is traveling in a y direction. Very clearly, once if the your wave travels in a direction of y, ey is 0, then hy also 0. Okay, then once if it travels in the y direction, there will not be any differential component in the other axis. Say for example, x and z axis, there will not be very any variation in the, because you, really your component will be present in xz plane, but that will not vary with respect to x and z. That is the idea. So dou by dou x is 0 and dou by dou z is 0. Dou by dou z is 0. So really I want to go in a plus y direction. So what is plus y direction in our case? Okay, this is x, this is y, and this is z. Okay, so I want to go in a plus y direction. Then with the right hand, with your right hand, with your right hand, once if you go from, very clearly, once if you go from z to x, okay, once if you apply the right hand, as you go from z to x, really your thumb denotes the y direction. So what is the simple idea? I can take my electric field here, I can take my magnetic field here. Okay, my magnetic field here. So very clearly this is Ez. Okay, this is Ez divided by Hx. Ez divided by Hx. Then I can really go in a y direction. I can really go in a y direction. Then, or otherwise, very simply in opposite way also you can write minus instead of z, here x comes. Here magnetic field instead of x, here z comes. Okay, because but E and H will always will not change, because impedance means always E by H only. Okay, please don't interchange H by E and all. It is always E by H. Okay, as the minus comes here, I just interchange the Z and X. That is a simple way. That is a simple idea. Okay, so or otherwise, once if I want to go in a really negative y direction, okay, negative y direction, how can I modify? Once if I want to go in a negative y direction, say for example, I will erase this. Okay, I want to go in a negative y direction. Negative y direction. So again, my ey is 0, hy is 0, dou by dou x is 0, dou by dou y, dou z is 0. Really I want to go in a minus y direction, then the formula will be modified like this. Okay, simply, or one simple way is, okay, one simple way is, instead of eta you put minus eta, that's it. Instead of eta, whatever the formula available here, you copy the same formula. As you are going in the negative y direction, instead of eta, whenever you are going in the positive y direction, you got eta. As you are going in a negative y direction, you will get minus. You put just minus eta here, then remaining it will take care automatically. This minus will can go this side or this side, whatever it may. So simply you can put minus without any confusion. Then very slowly you apply the right hand rule. Okay, very slowly. See, this can also be written like this: E is equal to what, sir? Minus Ez divided by hx. Or otherwise this also we can be written as Ex divided by minus hx. Or otherwise eta is equal to what, sir? This component Ex divided by hx, hez. Okay, okay, you slowly you apply the right hand rule for all, then finally you will get a minus y direction. You try to go from minus Ez to hx, whether you are really going in a minus y direction, or you try to go from z to minus x, are you really going to minus y direction, or you try to go from x to z, are you really going from are you really going in a minus y direction, minus y? This is a simple way. Okay, so just you analyze later. Okay, then next one, if the wave is going in a plus x direction, what will happen? If the wave is sorry, wait, the wave is going in a plus x direction. plus x direction. Once wave goes in the plus x direction, in that direction there will not be any component. So ex hx is 0. Then really the component will be present in the yz plane, but that will not vary with respect to y and z. So dou by dou y is equal to 0. Dou by dou z is equal to 0. Dou by dou z is equal to 0. Then then what is eta? So say for example, this is my direction of x, this is y, and this is z, x, y, and z. So I want to really go in a x direction. So once if I want to go in a x direction, once if you apply the right hand rule, okay, as you go from y to z, then you can really go in a x direction. So that means what? Ey is the direction of the electric field and hz is the direction of the magnetic field. So then ex divided by hz is equal to eta, or otherwise minus ez divided by hx. Okay, hx, or otherwise one, if you want to go in a negative x direction, okay, negative x direction,
Sir, ex by hz கிடையாதுல சார்? ex
ex divided by எங்க
ex
மேடம்?
by hz போட்டுங்க.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I think this is
y by hz
ey.
தானே sir?
Yeah. Ey. Wait. This is ey. Okay. Okay, ey divided by hx. So minus ez divided by hy. இப்போ ஓகேங்களா? Yes. I think now it's okay. Yes.
Right, sir.
Yes. Okay, similarly, once if you try to go in a negative x direction, okay, negative x direction, say something like this, minus x, then ex, here also ex is 0, then hx is 0, then dou by dou y is 0, and then dou by dou z is 0. Okay, then very simply ey divided by hz is equal to minus eta, then minus ez divided by hy. Then slowly you apply this formula, you just verify whether this is also okay, or otherwise this is also okay, or otherwise this is also okay. Because once if you modify mathematically, you will get all the three combination. So you really try to go from minus y to z axis, whether are you really going to minus x direction, or otherwise you try to go from y to minus z axis, are you going to minus x, or otherwise you try to go from z to y, then are you really going to minus x direction? You apply the right hand rule always. Okay, so it's always very clear, or otherwise we can put it in the simple terms. Okay, simple terms, this is something like this. Once if you know the electric field, once if you know the magnetic field, you want to know the direction of propagation. Okay, what is the direction of propagation? Very simply, yesterday I have told, the direction of propagation is simply what is the electric field vector. You take the cross product of the magnetic field vector. Yes, somebody tell me, suppose if again always you know that whenever you are taking the cross product x comma y comma z, how can you write? X cross y will become what, sir? Z. Y cross z, z will become x. Z cross x will become what, sir? Y. Or otherwise y cross x will become what, sir? Minus z. Z cross y will become minus x. X cross z will become minus y. Now it's very clear. Okay, whatever the combination they give, then these are only 6 combination is available. Okay, only 6 combinations. So whatever the combination that they give, then really you can identify the direction of propagation. Okay, if somebody gives, say my this is my ex, and he gives like this. Okay, so electric field is in which direction? X direction, and magnetic field is in z direction. First of all, you see what is x z. Okay, first forget about the minus. If it is in x direction and in z direction, really you will get minus y direction, but already minus is there. So really your direction of propagation will be what, sir? Y cap direction. Really your direction of propagation will be y cap direction. So whatever the combination that they give, then you can easily find out. Okay, so For example, if somebody gives y cap and minus z cap, and y and z is x, already minus is there, really your wave will go in which direction? Minus x direction. So whatever the combination that they give, then very easily you can identify the direction of propagation. Just once if you know the concept of cross product, then you can easily identify the direction of propagation. Because from very beginning itself I am telling, once if we take a cross b, really your direction of propagation will be perpendicular to the plane containing e cross h, plane containing the e cross h. Okay, so yes, இதை யூஸ் பண்ணி கண்டுபிடிச்சலாமா எந்த டைரக்ஷன்ல வேவ் போகுது அப்படின்னு? Anybody? Once if they give electric field and magnetic field, are you able to get the direction of propagation?
Yes, sir.
Yes, because eta can never be negative, it is always positive. Eta is always positive. Only thing is you should know in which direction the wave is going, in which direction the wave is going. That is the main idea. Okay, mathematically we may write minus eta, that if we take that minus that side, opposite side, then eta is finally eta will be positive. That idea you should get. Okay, so eta can never be negative. Okay, next I'm going to analyze another combination. Okay, so far we have discussed our wave is going in a free space. What is the free space? Free space is a phase where conductivity is zero and charge free and homogeneous, linear and isotropic. Now we are going to introduce one parameter. That parameter is the wave is propagating through the conducting medium. Okay, wave, if the wave propagates in a conducting medium, in conducting medium means eta is having, conductivity sigma is having some value, propagating in conducting medium. Okay, sir, in the previous case conductivity we have taken as 0, no conductivity. Now we are taking some conductivity. Okay, some sigma value we are taking. So the wave is propagating in conducting medium and remaining everything is same. Remaining, what are all the remaining? The medium is unbounded. The medium is, wave is propagating in a conducting medium and unbounded. Unbounded, there is no boundary, and charge free, and homogeneous and isotropic, homogeneous and isotropic. Okay, நேத்து ஒரு எக்ஸசைஸ் கொடுத்திருந்தா அது பண்ணீங்களா? What is homogeneous, what is isotropic, what is linear? Anybody? Okay, we are introducing this one extra, remaining everything is same. We are introducing this one extra, remaining everything is same. Okay, now under this topic we are going to discuss. Okay, we are introducing some amount of conductivity. So conductivity is present. Anybody net exercise கொடுத்தா பண்ணீங்களாப்பா? What is isotropic medium, what is homogeneous medium, what is linear medium, what is the difference between them? Is there any similarity? All are same or all are different?
Different, sir.
All are really different. There is no relation between any, there is no interrelationship. My question is whether if the medium is linear, can it be homogeneous? Or if the medium is homogeneous, can it be linear? Like that. Is there any interdependency or all are really different?
The linear medium, electric flux density directly proportional to electric field.
Okay, if electric field and electric flux density is in a same direction, then that is a linear medium. Okay, he is telling what he is telling. So so linear, suppose you are having electric field, you are having electric flux density, but you know D is equal to epsilon E. That means the direction of D and E is same only when epsilon is really constant, if it is not a vector quantity. Okay, epsilon is constant. Yes sir, that is the meaning, that epsilon itself should not introduce any vector parameter. So once if epsilon is constant, then really D and E will be in the same direction. Similarly for magnetic field also, B is equal to mu h. If mu is really constant, then that is a linear medium. Yes sir, what about other things?
Homogeneous physical characteristics do not change with the time, point to point, sir.
சொல்லுங்க, homogeneous means
physical characteristics
Will
Do
not
not
change.
vary point. Do not vary point to point.
What is that physical characteristics?
Physical characteristics. Field.
Field. Anyway, field will vary as you distance increase. Field will vary. Okay. What is the next one? Isotropic. What is isotropic? Isotropic also something similar to that homogeneous only. Then what is the difference or similarity between this one?
Independent of direction, sir.
Independent of direction. What is homogeneous or isotropic?
Isotropic.
Okay, or otherwise, okay. So at least இன்னைக்காவது போயிட்டு இது மூணு மீடியமும் எடுத்து என்ன டிஃபரன்ஸ் என்ன சிமிலாரிட்டி இருக்குன்னு கொஞ்சம் பாருங்க. ஓகே, உங்களால இந்த டைம்லயே பார்க்க முடியலன்னா வேற எந்த டைம்லயும் பார்க்க முடியாது. Acting medium, the medium is unbounded, charge free and homogeneous and isotropic. Again, now also I will derive the equation whether you like it or not, because finally I can write the conclusion, but that you will not remember. Once if I directly write the conclusion, you will not remember. Okay, you have to go through the struggle derivation. You have to derive it little bit, but very quickly I will derive, no problem, because already we have derived for and we will conclude very clearly. We have taken epsilon as some value. Finally we will get a lot of derivation. Once if I put epsilon equal to 0, then I have to get the previous conditions, whatever the condition that we have derived so far. Let it be phase velocity or attenuation constant or phase constant, whatever it may be. So once if I put epsilon 0 here, then I have to go back to the previous condition. Okay, that please remember it later. Okay, after deriving all the derivation, once if I put epsilon 0, because our previous medium is that only, epsilon is 0, then remaining everything also same. Okay, so then I will really get the previous equations. Okay, conclusions. Okay, so now I take Maxwell equations. Okay, the Maxwell equation is del cross E is equal to minus h divided by dt